接下来我们要为大家介绍勇夺2012年非常重要影展最佳摄影奖的一个影片，叫《逐冰之旅》。《逐冰之旅》呢是国际非常著名的摄影师叫 James Belloc， 他记录了从冰岛、格陵兰、加拿大到阿拉斯加所有保护我们地球最重要也最后的冰川。他记录这些冰河的命运，他最后写下了一句话：长达3到4年的追逐。它让我们看到最后地球的母亲仅剩下的冰川几乎走到了尽头。James Belloc 在拍完所有的影片，而且相关的导演这次也接受了我们的访问，最后剪成了在国家地理频道播出长达75分钟的影片。这个影片告诉你的不是一个节目，告诉你的是一个结局。如果你不重视气候变迁，这些影像它只会一步一步更恐怖的发生。他说，这是一个发人省思、令人激动。如果不是他自己真实的记录，从来没有想过如此广大的冰川地景会在这么短的时间里头就在我们的眼前消失。这《逐冰之旅》的导演最近来了台湾，我们特别专访了他。
This limitless universe of forms out there that is just surreal, otherworldly, sculptural, architectural, insanely, ridiculously beautiful. And that's when I thought, okay, the story is in the ice somehow.
《詹姆斯·巴罗格是国家地理学会的摄影师，始终尝试着把气候变迁的现象拍成照片。后来他发现，最值得记录的对象就是冰。
As a guy who's been mountaineering for basically like my whole adult life, someone who's trained in earth sciences, I never imagined that you could see features this big disappearing in such a short period of time. But when I saw that, I realized, my God, there's a powerful piece of history that's unfolding in these pictures, and I have to go back to those same spots.
他发起极端冰情专案计划，3年内在冰河地区架设25台相机，有阳光的情况下1小时拍1张照片，连接之后成为动态的缩时摄影，让大家看到地表的变化。
And the goal was to share the visual imagery, the evidence, with the public, with the world, and hopefully people would recognize how fast the glaciers, how fast the planet is changing.
导演杰夫·欧洛斯基是台美混血，史丹福大学主修人类学，为这项拍摄计划投入6年时光。
我妈妈是台湾人，还有我住在台湾差不多9个月。
花费1年半才说服詹姆斯·巴罗格同意拍摄影片， 但机器架设的技术问题让他们大伤脑筋。
The essence of the camera systems is based on putting really delicate electronics in the harshest conditions on the planet.
They have to withstand hurricane-force winds,
Negative 40-degree temperatures.
It's not the nicest environment for technology to be sitting out in.
Rock!
This is fantastic. Look at this. It's exactly what we wanted. Oh, this is the way to travel, my friend.
We ended up installing about a dozen cameras in Greenland, 5 in Iceland, 5 in Alaska, and 2 in Montana.
This here, what's playing right now, is one of the first calving events we ever saw. And this is very small in comparison to what we captured. This event took about 7 minutes to break.
It was huge. It was 5 football fields long, 1,500 feet long, and about 300 feet above the surface of the water.
Oh my God, a giant crack just formed. See that whole island, it's going away. There it goes, man.
We were there for just a 1-hour period of time and absurdly, somehow, fortunately, captured an event that seldom is caught on film.
受伤的巨灵永远的躺下，被地球之母给带走了。摄影师巴罗格坦诚，20年前他其实并不相信气候变迁，总觉得那是电脑模型算出来的。
But most importantly, I didn't think that humans were capable of changing the basic physics and chemistry of this entire huge planet. It didn't seem probable. It didn't seem possible.
但现在他千山万水，冒生命危险远征极地，留下全球暖化的凭证。
It's just bottomless.
The part of Greenland that's melting is out on the edges of the ice sheet, and that area is growing and it's moving higher up onto the ice sheet as the climate changes in that part of the world. You see all this water melting down through these Swiss cheese holes, and you see it melting down through the channels. It goes from little channels into big channels, and eventually everything drops vertically down through these big Mulan caverns, goes down to the bottom of the ice sheet and out to the ocean.
So when you can look at just 6 months or even just a year, and you can see photographs taken very, very frequently, and you can see how pieces of ice are changing one at a time, you can see the process in action. And that's really powerful. It's amazingly powerful because you can, you learn a lot more when you can watch it like that than you do just from 2 photographs.
And that's 2007. That isn't even 2005. In 2007, just 2 years ago, you couldn't see any of that mountain ridge over there. The thing is deflated tremendously. I mean, I don't know what the number of feet is, but it's a lot. When I saw that glacier dying, it was like, wow, you know, if a glacier that's been here for 30,000 years or 100,000 years is literally dying in front of my eyes, you're very aware of the fact that.
导演和他的伙伴野外扎营3星期，结果目睹史上有记录以来最大的冰河崩解现象。
You see how? Look at the whole thing.
calving faces 300, sometimes 400 feet tall. Pieces of ice were shooting up out of the ocean 600 feet and then falling. The only way that you can really try to put it into scale with human reference is if you imagine Manhattan. And all of a sudden, all of those buildings just start to rumble and quake and peel off and just fall over and roll around. This whole massive city just breaking apart in front of your eyes.
So how big was this calving event that we just looked at? We'll resort to some illustrations again to give you a sense of scale. It's as if the entire lower tip of Manhattan broke off, except that the thickness, the height of it, is equivalent to buildings that are 2.5 or 3 times higher than they are. That's a magical, miraculous, horrible, scary thing. I don't know that anybody's really seen the miracle and horror of that.
When my daughters, Simone and Emily, look at me 25 or 30 years from now and say, what were you doing? When global warming was happening and you guys knew what was coming down the road, I want to be able to say, guys, I was doing everything I knew how to do.